All right. Hey everyone. So I'm Jacob. I'm an online member of Group Four. As you guys saw, Joe presented for us last week, and now I'm up this week. So the topic of this presentation is risk management. So how do we plan on sort of tackling the things that we are going to deal with throughout our project? Because we know it's not going to be easy, and we know that some things are going to go wrong. So it's just how do we handle that? So right away, uh, the risks of our project kind of just, and this comes from the book too, but we can just split them up into two. We have the like our personal risks that deal with people, and then the more technical, computational sides of risk that go on. Excuse me, that happen like within the project and when things don't work. So it's hard to talk about the risks that we have. Sorry, my window is a little weird. Give me just 1 second. Sorry about this. Okay. But yeah, so sorry about that. So here just a quick list of the personal risks I have. So like when we're a hybrid group like this, we don't get to meet every day. So how well do we communicate? Another big thing is it's hard to have a schedule and know you're on schedule if you don't have some sort of method to track your progress. So how are we going to track our progress? And then what if we all have different assignments split up amongst ourselves for this project? So then, well, what happens if that assignment is not good for anyone? And then we are learning a new database called Pygame. And then on top of that, we all have a lot of other stuff going on too. So it's how do we successfully manage all of that? So I would say just quick over just these personal risks. So keeping communication is paramount to handle all of these risks. If we don't talk about them amongst ourselves, we'll never identify them, and then they don't exist until they come up, and then what do you know, we're behind schedule. So making sure that we talk about what we're doing amongst ourselves, both in the macro, like what do we want this project to be, what do we need from it, and then also in the micro, well, how am I myself going to keep things straight? So I don't know, it's interesting. So the Discord has been great for communication. That's our number one way to go about it. We have and then for our progress being tracked, what we do is at the beginning of every week, especially now that we're starting to get into the actual work of the project, is tell everyone where you're at. How are you doing? We know a huge part of this project is making sure that we can just talk to each other and get these things done. And then that kind of goes on to if your assignment doesn't fit for you either, it's you got to tell us and you got to tell the group, and we're all nice and we're all honest. So I think that works, and then that helps us mitigate some of that possible risk. And then with Pygame, it's when you're learning something new, you got to practice with it. You got to see what it can do. So we do that, and then when you're busy, and it might get busy, when you are busy, just let us know. Get done what you can get done, and if you can't get everything done, that's fine. Just make sure that we can kind of offload some of that work to people who can't handle it. And it's for the week, it's nothing crazy. So then when we dive into the project risks, and once again, these are just a few, we're not trying to list everything out here, but it's Pygame might not be able to get done everything that we need. Our game has a lot of features, and we might have to go in and make some of those features on our own in terms of we won't be able to like import things from this Pygame database. And then on top of that, getting all the features to work together is another thing. And then we talk about too many features too, that developer gold plating. So how do we deal with that? Well, Pygame tutorial is a big one, right? I talked about it earlier, but it's like, what can Pygame do for us? And then for the other two with these features and getting them working, a big thing is going to be we're going to have to talk about variable types, data types, and sorry about that, and how they interact with each other. And then for us, if our plan has too many features, we have it implemented in a way where it's like we have some really core ideas that we know we need to get done just to even have a functioning game. But then after those core ideas, which one of them are we, which other ideas are we going to have time to implement? So a lot of the features that our game, besides the base features, have is going to be dependent on time, how well Pygame works, and how fast we can get everything else done. So that would be how our group has kind of gone over and managed our risk. Thank you guys very much.